Hi, part two. It just cut off because I've been rambling too long. Just had a little break, went outside. I'm tired, so I'm going to try and have a little sleep. Sleep's been a little bit better for me the last couple of days. And I've done not much, but I had a nice reflecting time on Wednesday and felt a lot of joy and in silence and in music and in just being alive and being, and it sort of reset me a little bit because I'd been feeling super aggravated and pissed off by very menial things. But I think it was because you get a certain feeling from people sometimes, don't you? And it doesn't even matter if it's a kid, like the kid next door. I feel like she's sent to test me. She is. And she does it over and over again, and it's just very aggravating. It's really hard to keep my cool with her sometimes. She touches me all the time, and she touches my bum, and every time she walks past me, she's touching me or squirting a water pistol in my face, or, you know, blowing guns up to my face. And yeah, and it's hard not to scare her with my response sometimes, which I shouldn't do. I should just keep my cool and send her home because she's not my kid. So, but yeah, you get a certain feeling from people sometimes, strangers, family, it doesn't even matter who it is. And it's almost like you have the awareness of what they're trying to do, how they're trying to take you off course, or how you're being tested with your reaction to such stimuli. And so prior to Wednesday, when I felt I had a little reset, I'd just been allowing it to get on top of me and to make myself feel isolated, alone, angry, and, you know, all the old programming came back to me, how I dealt with stuff. So I feel much fresher and much happier, much more in control. I feel we do need these little resets every so often, however you achieve that, to just recenter yourself and sit in silence and sit in your own company. If you can have that, it's incredible, especially for me when I've been, you know, I've gone from having no one around me to all of a sudden having so many people around me and just craving to be on my own, just, you know, wanting to lock myself in a cupboard and just breathe. So yeah, I'm finding joy in things again, and not to say I'm not getting aggravated, because I am, but I think this is like a life's work for me. It's not something that just disappears overnight like that. And whether it's like for instance, the sky changes, and I don't anymore, you know, I used to point them out to people, and their lack of response or interest used to really bother me, and I felt it was a personal insult or attack on my intellect or observation or interest even in it. Whereas now I just, you know, it's like, oh, all right then. So I said to my mate's mum the other day, look at those clouds up there, beautiful, you know, instead of saying like, look at that looks different to that doesn't look normal, blah, blah, blah. Because this morning I was laid on the trampoline outside, and it got such a beautiful view, you know, through the circle at the top. So I could just see perfectly this circle of sky, and I laid there for ages with my little girl, and she was looking up as well. And I saw, aside from, you know, the orbs and the usual trajectories of imagery or energy that I see coming down, I saw clouds moving in opposite directions that looked to be at the same altitude. And I was just staring in wonderment at them for ages until I thought, I'm going to have to just check if that's normal. I didn't, because I'd never sort of noticed it before. I had a quick Google search, and apparently it's something called wind shear, and it usually occurs at different altitudes. It didn't look like different altitudes to me, but I didn't have my camera, so I couldn't film it. I can't prove it. Does it matter? It doesn't matter to me. It was just like, whoa. So, you know, instead of needing everybody to believe me or see me or feel me or be on the same wavelength or vibe as me or whatever, I just internally took it as just a bit of wonderment, and it was lovely. And so I've been doing that in quite a lot of things. It's hard to just keep in that space, isn't it? And I think that's what we should all be trying to do at the minute, just trying to keep in that innocent wonderment of the world and just being alive and breathing, and just be grateful for all that we've blooming got, because I've got lots to be grateful for, and hopefully everybody else has. And yeah, there's a song on My Sky's 5D. If you've not subscribed to his channel, have a look, because it's just beautiful, really beautiful small videos coupled with beautiful music of just the incredibleness of today's skies. And there was a song that he paired with one of his videos, and it was a birdie song called People Help the People, and that's just what I really want. I want to do. I want to help the people. I want the people to help each other. I want us all to help each other, and for us all to just get off this victimhood mentality and just get back into being a kid and finding the joy in everything, and to not let negative emotions bottle up inside us. And if they do, don't blame yourself or anybody else, but just find ways of working through it and releasing it. It's beautiful, bloody beautiful. But yeah, so certain things this week could have really, really ground my gears. Like before, it would have ruined my month probably. Like the insurance on my car, when I went to do it the following day, it was like 60 quid more. I couldn't figure out why the big 60 quid a month more, not just 60 quid more, 60 quid a month more. So I'm paying a ridiculous amount for my insurance, and I've had to have a black box fitted, which it's like having a prison tag on. It's like I can't go over a certain amount of miles, or I'll have to pay top-up miles. I can't go 20% over the speed limit, or the insurance policy's cancelled. I can't keep it overnight at anyone else's house. Instant this, that and the other if you impede these laws. So instead of being just fucking down on it, I'm just like, all right then, I'll give it my best shot. I'll just drive like a tortoise. I don't like driving. Well, I like driving, but I don't like all the other people that drive. Just ridiculous, stressed people that are just dangerous and stuff. So yeah, and it was my little cousin's birthday yesterday, little Percy, and it was nice to see him. And yeah, school holidays, it's just nice to be, and I'm really appreciative that I can feel like I'm just being at the minute. And so even though I'm always conflicted with what to do with the spare time that I have, and I always like to do a video because I feel like it's therapy, for me to get this stuff off my chest. It's like, should I sleep? Should I eat? Should I tidy the house? Should I lay and look at the sky? Should I write? And it's like, fucking hell. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. Just do something that you want to do, something that's productive. Was there anything else I wanted to chat about? I've had very, very strange dreams, and I think I just wanted to because I've been privy to this, and like I said, I still always will be. It's one of my things. Rage, inner rage. I was before 2 years ago, so filled with anger and rage. It was just really damaging, and I'm not anymore, but I see through things. I think I always have seen through things, but I've allowed myself to not trust my own instinct in that being how things will fold out. But the more in touch with things that I feel, the more things fold out in the way that I thought they were going to fold out. So it's like these little tiny hurdle things, or attempts to bring you into a fear programming, or anger, rage, whatever it is. I'm just breathing through. I'm just sitting in the middle of it, and sometimes taking myself back. But there's a lot of paranoia online as well, and nobody trusts anybody else. It's like, you don't have to trust anybody. You feel it, don't you? You feel what's right. You feel who you can trust. You feel who's authentic, who you resonate with. And if you don't, please just get over it, Get over it. Nothing needs to be. I don't think anybody needs to be pointed out, accused or bad-mouthed. you know, there's some people that are so, you know, just so off the wrong course about things, I feel, or, yeah, or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see what unfolds. But yeah, I've been enjoying holographic multiverses videos. She's bloody wonderful, Christina, and I like her insights. And there's a girl called Amanda Flaker who has some really good words and insights. And aside from that, I guess it's like a little community. Sometimes it's an echo chamber and we all regurgitate our own words, each other's words, but you know, I guess that's correlating findings, you know, all coming out at once, synchronicities. It's lovely. But what did I write down here? Oh yeah, when I was watching this thing about, again, I don't want to get back into fear propelling or anything, but these natural disasters that are going on in the world, and you know, there's big part of me, it's like, natural disasters, is it? Certain things, like when you look at videos of the wildfires and you see patches that are untouched and patches that are, and then that makes me think about is it directed energy weapons, and you know, there's definitely, it's not to spread fear and to dwell on these, but to ignore things or to be blind to things that look suspicious or need talking about, again, is a bit daft, I think, as well. So there's a lot to think about. It's like this clip I saw earlier, and it said 90% of wildfires are human caused, and I was thinking, yeah, human caused, but you know, I think they arrested this one guy for the start of this huge wildfire or something, and maybe it was California, and there was a news shot of him just before he was arrested, and he just said, I was in bed with my earplugs, and I don't know, he looked like he was telling the truth to me. And then you think, you know, it's quite easy to pin things down on people. I was thinking 90% human caused, yeah, man-made potentially by humans, but you know what, it's like I'm saying, what can we do about it at the minute? But you know, things like that bother me sometimes when I think I see crazy things going on and you're helpless to do anything about it. I don't know. And also I'm just going to talk a little bit about feminism, but I can't be arsed now because I'm not a feminist at all. It's like, maybe a few years ago I might have considered myself a bit of a feminist, maybe, in terms of acknowledging women's second-class citizenship in history thus far. But it's all gone tits up, everything's gone tits up, hasn't it? And I've got this friend, used to work with her, she's super smart actually. She's got I don't know, what do you call it? I know she's got some really high degree in something, I can't remember what it even is. But I don't really put much onus on educational certificates or statuses these days, which makes me feel better because I quit school at 16. But I think it's a lot of remembering and regurgitating learned word and scripted answers. So I think it's a different form of intelligence, not one to be scoffed at, but not the only form of intelligence. But anyway, she's a really smart girl, Megan she was called, and she won't find this. She'll be too busy putting her feminist badges on and going to marches. I went out with her in a pub once, and on the way out, and all she spoke about was feminism and how disgusting men are. Yet, you know, she was using men in many ways herself and not seeing the hilarity of her angle of things as well. Anyway, we're on the way out of this pub. She was a big girl, big girl. And she said that a man had slapped her bum on the way out. She turned around, she was going psycho at this guy. And I just couldn't understand. I mean, I do now. It's like, it's the buff of everything, isn't it? This this ideal, this idea, this preconceived belief or whatever meets the other and buff, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't have to go into what I believe about anything. I'm just chatting to myself. But the whole men v women thing is so fucking stupid. So stupid. And that's propelling as well. And I see it now. It's like with my friends and their relationships, or their friends, or like whatever people talk about around me. And it's completely just misunderstanding the balance of masculine and feminine energies within our own bodies. Oh, blooming hell. How are you going to get everyone to listen? I don't think everyone's designed to listen. I always wonder, like, how much momentum this awakening will catch on, or if it will, you know, because it would be incredible if even just 50% of the population were awake to spirituality and good vibrations and healing, and, you know, but I don't even think it'll get that far. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking outside now. I see so much when I go outside. I might attach a little compilation of little bits of sky that I've filmed over the last few days, because I like it. I like looking at it. I saw a beautiful rainbow the other day, which I'll attach on, just because some of that makes people happy. It makes me happy as well. I especially like it when I can get some music that I like to play over the top of it. Blah, blah, blasey, blah. Right, I'm going to go now. I didn't even get to finish what I was saying on the last one, but it's gone. Hopefully I've done less ums. I'm going to check it back. Bloody speech impediment. Happy Saturday.